Good morning, everyone. My name is Trivi, and my teammates are Kensing and Omkar. Today, we will be presenting a project heterologous expression of a mangrove K plus transporter AOHKT1 increases the salt tolerance of Arabidopsis thaliana. First, we will introduce the research problem, following which we will present and interpret our results, and finally, we will conclude by discussing some key insights. Let's begin with an introduction. Of all cultivated arable farmland on a planet, 23% is composed of saline soils, in which plants experience stunted growth. This reduces crop yield, makes land commercially unproductive for the farmer, and exacerbates problems of food insecurity experienced in third world countries. Worse still, farms that were previously productive are now becoming more saline, especially in deltas and coastal areas due to rising sea levels and periodic flooding. Our project is therefore concerned with addressing the urgent need for developing crop plants that are more salt resistant so as to improve crop productivity. Why does salt stress lead to stunted growth? In saline soils, high concentrations of Ne plus causes plants to be unable to maintain the osmotic homeostasis in its tissues. One consequence of this is water loss. Another major consequence of interest is the displacement of K plus from plant tissues due to high Na plus concentrations. This reduces the concentration of K plus in plant cells, which is bad for the plant because K plus is a macronutrient that is essential for growth, while Na plus is not necessary for plant growth. We see that the Na plus to K plus ratio of the cytosol increases in saline soils. One group of ion transporters that seeks to decrease this ratio is the HKT ion transporter family. It maintains salt tolerance by either exporting Na plus out of the cell or by importing K plus into the cell at the plasma membrane. The expression of HKT proteins into other species, which is called the heterologous expression of HKT proteins, has great potential to improve the salt tolerance of crop plants. In this paper, we characterize the identity and function of a novel mangrove HKT cation transporter from the Singapore mangrove Avicennia officinalis. The name of this HKT protein that we characterized is EOHKT1 from the initials of the species name. As mangroves are able to thrive in saline coastal environments, we expect the heterologous expression of this mangrove HKT protein to increase salt tolerance. To test this hypothesis, we conducted three major lines of experiments. First, we analyzed the gene expression profile and its localization in various cell organelles. Next, we characterized the function of the protein by checking for complementation of yeast knockout mutants which lacked ion channels similar to HKT. Finally, we performed heterologous expression of AOHKT1 in Arabidopsis thaliana to assess growth markers in fully grown Arabidopsis plants upon salt stress.
Now let's analyze the results for each of these major lines of experiments. First, let's look at the expression profile of the AOHKT1 protein. We conducted a QRT-PCR analysis to find the expression levels of AOHKT1 in roots and shoots after salt treatment. QRT-PCR allows us to quantify the amount of mRNA, which allows us to determine the expression level. The AOHKT1 levels increased profoundly in shoots after salt treatment, suggesting that AOHKT1 functions in the shoots of Avicennia seedlings. The increase in expression lasted beyond 2 days, peaking at 12 hours. Next, we determined which part or organelles of the cell the AOHKT1 protein is localized to. This is called subcellular localization. By comparing the green fluorescence of the green fluorescent protein, or GFP, with the organelle-bound red fluorescent protein, or RFP, we found that AOHKT1 had been localized to the Golgi apparatus under normal conditions. This is an exciting result because HKT proteins are usually bound to the membrane, and localization at the Golgi apparatus has previously been unheard of. This could suggest that under salt conditions, transport vesicles transport AOHKT1 from the Golgi apparatus to the cell membrane, although further investigation is necessary to confirm this finding. Now we move on to the second line of experiments, which is the yeast complementation assay, which allows us to find out how well our protein of interest, which is AOHKT1, complements yeast mutants lacking certain cation transporters. So in our set of experiments, we found that BYT12 mutants, which lacked the TRK12 membrane potassium importers, were complemented by expressing AOHKT1 in the yeast. So the yellow boxes are one pair of the same strain and the red boxes are one pair, and the lower one of both color has AOHKT1 added in. So we can see that the strains with AOHKT1 exhibited improved growth. However, this was only observed under low potassium conditions, suggesting that AOHKT1 functions as a membrane K+ importer, which works best under low K+ conditions. Finally, in our third line of experiments, we analyzed the phenotype of Arabidopsis plants in which we have heterologously expressed the AOHKT1 protein. Arabidopsis already contains a native HKT protein, which is referred to as ATHKT1. Now, we have 4 different plant strains that we studied. First, the wild-type Arabidopsis plant, which only has ATHKT1. Next, we overexpressed AOHKT1 in Arabidopsis, producing the wild-type overexpressed strain, which has both ATHKT1 and AOHKT1. Next, we have the knockout mutant, which lacks both HKT proteins, and finally, we have a transgenic Arabidopsis strain that only has AOHKT1. We assessed the root length and seed germination rates of these 4 plant strains and found that the heterologous expression of AOHKT1 in the transgenic AOHKT1 and wild-type overexpressed strains results in an increased root length and germination rate. We then assessed the leaf surface areas of 1-month-old Arabidopsis plants, which experienced 2 weeks of salt stress followed by 1 week of recovery. The wild-type overexpressed strain showed significantly higher leaf surface area compared to the wild-type, which suggests that AOHKT1 can work in concert with the native Arabidopsis ATHKT1 protein to improve salt tolerance of Arabidopsis. This is an exciting discovery because it further increases the salt tolerance capabilities of the plant beyond each individual gene.
Next, let's move to the conclusions. In this research, we have carried out, to our knowledge, the first functional characterization of the mangrove ion transporter AOHKT1. We've presented 4 lines of evidence to functionally characterize the protein. Firstly, the expression of this protein is upregulated upon salt stress, suggesting that the protein is part of the reaction mechanism of the plant under high salt conditions. Secondly, when the plant is not treated with salt, this protein is located at a Golgi apparatus. We hypothesize that the protein could be shifted to the plasma membrane upon salt stress. Thirdly, in the yeast mutant, which is lacking membrane potassium transporter, the introduction of this protein is able to rescue the inhibited growth. This is the most direct evidence that points towards our conclusion, that is, the mangrove protein is actually a membrane potassium uptake transporter. Lastly, we have seen that the expression of this protein in Arabidopsis is able to improve its salt tolerance, as indicated by the improved germination rate, root length, and leaf surface area. Next, I'll move on to introduce the proposed mechanism of action for AOHKT1. First of all, we know that under salt stress, there is high concentration of sodium in the environment and within the cell. This is going to cause the expression of AOHKT1, which is transported to the cell membrane. These proteins then allow more potassium to be taken into the cell, despite the low potassium concentration in the environment. The potassium import will displace sodium ions from the cell, allowing the sodium to potassium ratio in the cell to reduce, thus maintaining homeostasis. Something interesting about our finding is that most HKT proteins reported as of now are actually sodium transporters. Some examples of potassium-selective HKT proteins can be found in halophytes, which are salt-tolerant plants like mangrove. In conclusion, our research have done the first characterization of a mangrove HKT transporter, AOHKT1, from Avicennia officinalis. Secondly, AOHKT1 is a membrane potassium transporter that is upregulated in shoots upon salt stress. Thirdly, AOHKT1 mediates an increase in salt tolerance by reducing the cytosolic sodium to potassium ratio. Fourthly, AOHKT1 can work in concert with ATHKT1 to improve the salt tolerance of Arabidopsis thaliana. Overall, our results suggest that AOHKT1 is a promising gene candidate for developing salt-tolerant crops in saline soils. That's the end of our presentation, and thank you very much for that attention.